Abdali Grammar School, The Golden Touch, Pluto and Persephone, Lecture number 1. Goddess Caesar, the god of agriculture and farming. She took care of the land that people used for farming and the plants that they grew on it. Caesar had a daughter called Persephone. She spent the long bright days in the field. Sometimes she helped her mother, sometimes she sang and danced with the young knights. Pluto, the god of the dead and underworld, kidnapped Persephone because he wants to make her queen. Persephone would never agree to go with him. He had to make her go at every cost. He held her arm more tightly and kidnapped Persephone because Pluto wants that Persephone sang a song for him and spent her entire life with Pluto because Pluto was alone in his kingdom. No one was there to take care of him, so he wants that Persephone live with him. Caesar forgot her duties. She did not listen to the prayers of the people. She spent every minute of every day looking for her lost child. She didn't listen to the prayers of the farmer. The sun stopped shining and the sky turned dark and cold. The crop stopped growing, the ground was dry and dead. The leaves fell from the trees. People all over the world were hungry. Some died of hunger and some died because they were so cold and nothing to grow. A few days later, she was standing sadly by a river when a little wave rose up. The knives of the fountain have come up from the center of the earth. Great Caesar, I have seen your daughter. She was sitting on the golden chair beside the King Pluto. So King Pluto kidnapped Persephone in front of the knives. Caesar stabbed the knife. She hurried to Mount Olympus, the greatest of all mountains and the home of the gods. She asked to Jupiter, I know where my daughter. She was a prisoner of the god Pluto, and I need your help. Jupiter sent a messenger to Pluto and ordered him to come to Mount Olympus with Persephone. When messenger gave the message of Jupiter to Pluto, when the messenger reached there, Pluto served apple to Persephone. When Persephone reached at the Mount Olympus with Pluto, Jupiter asked from Persephone, do you eat anything in Pluto kingdom? Persephone said, yes. He served wonderful food in golden dishes, but I refused everything. At last, he bought a lovely red apple from my mother's own tree. I ate half of it. Jupiter said, I must do what is right for both of you. Persephone has eaten half the apple, so she must be with Pluto for half of the time. She must spend half of every year with him in the kingdom of the dead. And so that is how winter came to earth. Every year, at the end of the summer, Persephone says goodbye to her mother and all her friends. She spends 6 months in the kingdom of the dead. Then the leaves fall from the trees, nothing will grow in the field, and the earth falls asleep. In spring, however, Persephone comes back. The earth wakes from its winter sleep, the trees turn green and everyone is happy. That is how the half apple describes the destiny of the Persephone.